Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Alright, so let me tell you something. The hardest thing to deal with when you're on a healthy hair journey is a setback. Yeah, it is the hardest thing to deal with, and especially if you're diligent, dedicated, consistent, and then all of a sudden you have to take like 2, 3, 4, 5 steps back. You're like, oh, Jesus. Okay, so I'm dealing with a setback, and I've contemplated on how to address it. And I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I contemplated on doing this, and I contemplated on doing that, and I just rethought this, and I rethought that, and I thought this, and I thought that. But this is what I decided to do for me and how I'm going to address my setback. I'm going to cut my hair. I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to cut it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you remember, I did a video where I took my install out. Yeah, I took my install out. I was going to say it was my last video, but I don't think it was my last video. But anyway, I took my install out because I was causing some issues with my leave out. Let me show you the area. This is the area that I leave out every time I have an install in, because I don't use a closure, which I'm going to have to start looking into. I think it's going to be the safest way. But this is the area right here that I leave out. Essentially, it's a bang area anyway, right? Why not cut it into a bang? That's how I'm going to address my setback. Let me show you how it looks if you can. I'm going to have to turn to this side and lean down. Alright, so see how it's, I don't know if you can even see it like that. See how it's not, this part is real short and this part, it just looks, and then look right here. It is, look, I'm just comfortable cutting it. I want it cut, I want it done, I want it to start fresh right here. This is the area where my setback is, and this is what I've decided to do to address it. Now, let me just say this. I'm not advocating cutting your hair if there's a setback. Now, if there's a major setback, you may need to cut your hair. In this situation, I probably could get away with not cutting it, but I know it's there and it's driving me nuts. So I'm going to cut it into a bang. I hope this works out, because if it doesn't, well, it's going to look crazy. But at least I'll have a fresh foundation to start with. Okay, so what I'm going to do, how I'm going to cut it. First of all, I'm using my wire tooth comb and my shears, and I purchased these from Sally's. Yeah, I purchased these from Sally's. So what I'm going to do, how I'm going to cut my hair is I'm going to cut it going this way, and then I'm going to comb it this way and cut it going this way. And the reason I'm going to do that, because I want my bang to have shape to it. I don't want it just to go straight across. I want it to have a little shape going down like that. And then after I cut, I'm going to bring it up. And if you can, let me see if I can, see, you can see the damage up there. And then you get this piece right here. You know, it's just, it needs to be cut. So I'm about to whack away at my hair. Now, my thing is, should I do this on camera or should I do it off camera? Okay, how about if I start on camera? So I'm going to comb it this way. And again, I'm not advocating cutting your hair. If you have a setback, you find what fits for you to address and manage your setback. Don't say, let me cut it because somebody else, it worked for somebody else. Because what works for me may not work for you. All right. So, see how it's thin right here anyway? So I'm just going to cut it. And this is how I'm going to cut it. And I'm just going to say this. I'm not a professional. I'm winging it. And I'm not kidding. But it's my hair, so I can wing it, right? Ooh, y'all. I'm gonna have to do this off camera and come back and let y'all see it. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back. And I didn't cut as much off as I initially thought I was. I realized I didn't have to cut that much off. And you know what, I'm real bad about taking before and after pictures. I'm real bad about that, and I apologize. I'm going to get better with that. I'm going to be more mindful of it. But you saw my hair before. Okay, so let me show you what I did. And I actually flat ironed it so I can gauge it a little bit more, because my hair in the back, I've been wearing it in like 2 braids. I washed it, blow dried it, and I haven't done anything else to it. So I flat ironed this just to gauge how I was cutting it. So as you can see right there. So I just cut it that way. Then I combed it over this way. I combed it over this way. And then I cut it going down this way. You see how it's cut going down this way? So I cut it going down this way, and it's still long. It's still a long bang. But when you cut it like that, you see how the bang kind of comes down with a shape. So that's why I did it like that, because I wanted it to have a shape in case I decide to part it in the middle and comb it that way. I also did like gathered the hair up. Well, I parted it, gathered the hair up, and went up here and cut it. So I cut it here as well. And I see a little piece that needs to be cut. And this is really hard to do this. Trying to look in the mirror and do it at the same time. So you see. So then I gathered both sides up, combed it up. Now you see. So yeah, that turned out to be pretty successful. I'm happy with it because it didn't turn out to be as short as I thought it was going to be. It really didn't. So setback cured. And let me show you how much I actually cut. Oh, this is the hair. I cut off, and naturally this is like 1 inch of hair. But because it was such a small section, I mean minus the hair that's on my shirt. I don't know if you can see, but you know I have hair on my shirt. But yeah, not a bad job, right? And again, I'm not a professional. So, and I figured if I was going to cut it and get angry about the cut, why not it be me? Yeah. I just wanted to fix this area, and I knew I didn't want it to be so short, but I was willing to go as short as I had to. And I didn't have to go that short. Okay. Now, this is the rest of my hair. And it should just kind of blend in. Yeah. I just got a bang. I just have a long bang. And I'm pretty happy with it. So, addressing the setback the way you see fit. The way I saw fit to address my setback was to cut it and start fresh on a new foundation. So, till next time, guys. When you have a setback, don't look at it as such. Look at it as a new challenge, a new direction, a new foundation that needs to be built. So, yeah, just address it, handle it. Alright guys, till next time. Remember this, there's only one you. Never be afraid to be you. Fall in love with you, and everybody else will too. Bye guys.